My boyfriend and I was going to have sex with each other. It was supposed to be my first time but not his. Things started off normal, kissing, then he started pushing me on the bed and holding me down. No foreplay or anything. I was obviously shocked and scared because I didn't expect that. I was screaming stop and no, and he stopped. He looked confused and asked what was wrong. I told him like WTF, I thought we were gonna go slow. He was still giving me a confused looks, and at that point, I was annoyed. I reminded him I was a virgin so I would prefer to take things slow. He said he knows that but he thought I'd like it rough. He also told me he's never been with a black girl before and he thought black girls like rough sex. I was mad and I said no, I'm not okay with rough sex, and I was mad he used a stereotype on me. I didn't want to have sex anymore and I asked if he could just leave me alone, so he left. I'm just so confused, like how is this even real? I've never even heard of that as a stereotype. IDK if it's a porn thing or not. I don't watch porn, just not into it, but even if that's a thing, I'm mad he just assumed things about me. He knows I'm a virgin but he still was rough with me. I'm unsure now. IDK what else stereotypes he has about me. I'm black. Edit. He's blowing up my phone asking me if we can talk about things and saying sorry. I feel bad for not responding but I keep thinking what else he thinks about me. I feel empty inside because he turned into another person when he got rough. He went from sweet to cold and scary. I think once I'm calm, I will talk to him. Edit. All of these messages have been overwhelming. I'm going to call him now and hear what he has to say. I will update after. Thanks for the advice, this has been very helpful. Okay, last update CUS I can't make a new post and this is getting really cluttered with replies, so we talked for a while. I'm done with him. I read the comments and I decided to hear him out. I gave him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't mean to hurt me. He told me he thought black girls like it rough. His friend's girlfriend like that, she's black, and the porn he watches. I tried explaining how that's racist to think that and consent. He said he was sorry for rushing into it but he was raised in a racist community, so give him a break. I tried explaining that's not an excuse to act out his fetishes on me, especially without asking. He got mad at me and I was too. We argued and then I broke up with him. I'm really upset. I thought he loved me but I guess not. All I wanted was to share a special moment with him and he ruined it. I told my friend and she said to give him another chance but I disagree. What he did was too weird and creepy for me to forgive him. Anyways, thanks for all the advice. I should have just broke up with him immediately but oh well, too late now. You have a ton of answers but also, I just want to say I'm proud of you. When I lost my virginity at 17, I wasn't as confident and assured as you are now. You knew how to communicate and you knew how to shut things down. That is a hard fucking skill. And I am proud of you for exercising it.
WTF. How is being black equals forceful sex? As black women we are fetishized in the media as being sex-crazed and animalistic. Porn has not helped, and in fact made this stereotype more prominent. You'll run into men of other races that tend to fetishize us, and see us as an object to try out. It sounds like your boyfriend is imagining you as something he has seen somewhere, instead of seeing you as individual. I'm telling you right now, this does not get better. 6 years ago, I literally had the same experience, except, I didn't push him off when I should have. Same situation, I was also a virgin and due to some preconceived notions we had sex and it was fucking awful. He had the same ideas about black women that your boyfriend does, and throughout the relationship it didn't get better. I should have run for the hills with all of the dumb-ass pet names he would call me, Chocolate Bunny, Nubian Queen, etc. It makes me cringe just thinking about it. There were signs early on and I should have listened to them. If I were you, I would have a long talk with him about him fetishizing you, but also put some boundaries down with ultimatums. I am warning you now though, talk is cheap. He can totally apologize and the second you two are about to try again, he may revert back. You do not want that. Go with your gut. I should have, due to the absolutely awful experience I had my first time. I have issues around sex and getting pap smears at the doctor's office. Let mines be a cautionary tale. There are men out there of all races that will treat you like the individual you are, and the behavior you're seeing now is not okay, and it is not normal.
Why would you think any virgin is into rough sex? WTF. Also, I've never heard of that stereotype. Lots of red flags to be honest.
Okay, so he knows you're a virgin, but then he forcefully tried to have rough sex with you without any warning or discussion. Girl, there is something seriously wrong with him. Since we said you never had sex, then you have no sexual experience, so then why in the hell would you want it rough? Where would you even get that from? I don't like telling people to break up with someone, so I'm just going to say maybe sit him down and have a serious conversation with him about stereotypes and let him know that when you did was absolutely unacceptable, and then he better not ever do that to another female. I'm assuming that the conversation where it goes will lead you to the right decision what to do, but I know one thing literally common sense would Say if I have never had sex, I wouldn't know if I like rough sex or not, but I know rough sex is not the way to introduce a young woman to her first sexual experience.
No, just know there's so much wrong here to unpack, racism, misogyny and pure ignorance that I don't even know where to start. I don't think you should give him another chance, and here's why: he didn't see you, he saw an object from porn. If he were indeed emotionally attached to you, he would have recognized that you were new at sex and what your general personality is like. He would have seen you as an individual in a vulnerable position. Instead, he saw something to stick his dick into. Even worse, he assumed that everyone with a specific skin tone shares specific sexual tastes. The lack of just everything you'd want in a boyfriend is overwhelming. No empathy, no kindness, no awareness of who you are, no desire to set up a mutually fulfilling sexual relationship. I can't imagine how frightening that must have been for you. I'd move on, find a guy who really sees who you are and cares.
If he's going to be like that, then that's a red flag. Stick with your gut and leave him behind. No girl or woman deserves to be treated like that. It sounds like he's eager not to have sex with you, but to reenact porn with you. It is dangerous to stay with this person who clearly does not understand your humanity even to the most basic level. I'm sorry to go there, but he truly might rape you. And act like he doesn't understand how he hurt you. Please don't be alone with him again. He sounds like a dangerous asshole, and the fact that he acted like that is downright scary and really toxic. The fact that he was being violent and trying to have his way with you by being forceful is worrying. Even if it wasn't your first time and you did like it rough, he would still be expected to talk to you about it and get consent, and the fact that he tried to justify his actions with his bullshit is downright dehumanizing and fucking stupid. His actions were horrendous, and even if it's his kink and the kind of porn he likes to watch, it's no excuse. As your boyfriend, he was supposed to care about you and make sure you felt safe, loved and that you had a good experience your first time, but instead he attacked you. I'm so sorry that you had to experience that. Know that you deserve so much better. His behavior is a big red flag and personality. I hope that you don't give him a second chance, because his view of women, especially wok, is scary, and when you decide to have sex for the first, second and the 1000th time, consent, respect and the desire to make the experience an enjoyable for both of you is the bare minimum of what you should expect from a sexual partner. Again, I'm so sorry this happened to you.
We as black women really go through a lot. Damn, I'm sorry you had to experience that.